Hello. Where's Stacy? There's Stacy. Now we need Steph. Yay!
Hi, I'm here.
I like it. We got music now.
Too busy jamming to the music.
Not bad. All right. Welcome. It's what is it? A week until Q2 starts. Cheers.
Cheers.
Q2 of 2024. Here we go. Welcome everyone to the sneak peek at this quarter's curriculum. We have some really exciting things. I should jump to it. We should have had a better plan for this.
We'll figure it out.
I am most excited about the return of something. That's what I'm most excited about. What are you guys most excited for this quarter without giving it away? Anything you're excited for, Steph?
Yeah. I'm teaching a 3. Is it a 3 class series?
It is a 3. It is a 3
class series.
That's for a lot.
I know.
Yeah. So you have a class that you're excited about.
Yep.
Stacey, what are you excited about for this quarter?
Without giving too much away, I'm excited about some of our clubs and not the return of one, but the start of some new ones to go with
That's also exciting. I agree.
Awesome. So I'm just going to say hi to everyone. Hello, Knitting Mommy. Hi, Nicholas. Hi, Black Kraut Soup.
Black Kraut.
Right. If I mispronounce that, I apologize profusely. Cool. Hey, so this is so cool. We can do that. And we have Hard Killers. Yes, you were here early this time. Let us know if you guys like the music. We're trying to beef up the production quality here a little bit at the Future Fiction Academy. Hey, Carrie. We also have Adam Nadalin in the house, which I've been remiss. Adam, you can help me in chat here real fast. Your session is 3 p.m. Australian Eastern Time, correctly? On Saturday? Which I think is midnight my time tonight. So I'll be posting that into the Discord. I was remiss about putting it onto the schedule, onto the calendar there, but I'll get that added to the Notion calendar ASAP.
He said sure.
Yeah. Hi, Roland. It's hard doing the time zones. That's the hardest thing I think about this job is getting all the time zones and everything like that.
I'm a little spoiled. Being U.S. Eastern Time, everything is put into, or at least given in that, so I'm not used to having to do the mental math.
Yeah, same.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
Yep, I knew it was Harper. I just didn't want to out you unless you outed yourself. I didn't want to be like, "Hey, Harper," and everyone's like, "Who the heck is like which one's Harper? What alias is that?" Very cool. Okay, how do you take them off? Do they just disappear? Oh, you just click hide again. Okay, we're learning the new productions here. All right. I'll go ahead and turn off the banner. So let's go ahead and hop into it. We do actually have a link for you all that I will share, maybe, perhaps. So this is the public view link. So we'll copy that in. I had to create it. That's cute that Canva gives you like a little like fanfare thing. So this is really bad for me. Sorry. I shouldn't be trying to do everything all at once. Let's see here. There we go. StreamYard. Okay. So we can do that into the chat, into the comment section here. Oh, nope. That's the private chat. I'm learning. So
there you go.
That's good to know, Carrie. Carrie's letting us know that the UK times changed this weekend.
We just started
2 weeks ago. So that's going to cause so many problems.
Yeah.
FFA is going to be a hot mess. And I think Australia is not changing theirs until next week as well. Adam can fill us in on that. But they're about to go to daylight savings time they're trying to get off daylight savings time.
They're going back to standard time.
Yeah, they're going into winter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I was in high school, my dream was to become an international businesswoman. Like that's what I wanted to be. Mm-hmm. And my vision at 17 years old was that I would just have a different boyfriend in every major city. Now, that's what
goals.
Yeah. So it's funny to me that I did kind of end up becoming an international businesswoman. I've sold books in like over 60 different countries, but the time zone thing, it would be very complicated to keep a boyfriend in every major city.
Yeah, these people who work on like airlines, pilots, flight attendants, etc. Like, I don't know how they do it. Like, they just they've got to figure that out, I guess.
Now I think that this is a good idea for a romance series of like some
Oh, yeah.
woman who keeps a boyfriend in every different time zone or girlfriend. Like we can be equal opportunity here.
Mhm.
And then the comedy comes from getting the times wrong for all the Zoom sessions and the flights and can never schedule a date.
Nope.
So, all right. Let me go ahead and jump into the newest and latest about this quarter here. So I'm going to go ahead and add to the stage our nice little handy dandy Canva here, and we'll jump into presentation mode. So I think if I do presenter view, no, that's not the right one, is it? No.
No, do the full.
Do the full.
Yep.
The downside is I can't see you guys. So we'll present. There we go. We have the Future Fiction Academy quarter 2. What's new? So you can see we are laying out all of the cool stuff. And I'll let Stacy jump into the first star since that was the thing that she was the most excited about.
Yeah. So those of you who have been listening to the YouTube channel in labs, we've been somewhere between dropping hints and pseudo explaining these, but this is Elizabeth and Steph's brainchild, but it's still my favorite. So we're introducing 4 new job types to help authors understand how they best work with AI. And this isn't like Clifton Strengths or Enneagram. This isn't who you are, but how you work with your manuscript, how you work with AI. And it can go from anywhere with gardeners who kind of pick and choose what prose they use, from the AI, anywhere to architects, which their end goal is to set up this elaborate Elizabeth style.
You might be an architect if you think about an AI project and you're going, I can sequence prompts for that. So if sequencing or systems are your jam, you might be an architect. And
exactly.
Steph, which job type do you identify with?
I'm mostly a weaver. And I do a little baking too.
So yes, literally the first week of April, we are taking off in the Future Fiction Academy. We like to take 1 week off every 12 weeks so everybody gets a chance to catch up. But then the second week of April, so after spring break for a lot of people in the United States, after all the Easter holidays and everything like that, we are jumping right into job types. And the job types are each going to get their own club, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So let's talk about classes. Steph, how have our classes changed format from quarter 1 when we thought we needed to be live all the time? That was my fault.
That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, we changed a little bit this past quarter, and we transitioned from doing live classes like all week long to pre-recording classes, and then doing Q&As for them afterward. So, and now we've learned from even that format, and we're going to be moving towards pre-recording classes, and then having time each week for students to come and ask questions about pretty much anything. It doesn't have to be about that class. So
yeah, they can come into the clubs, they can go into Discord, they can go into Facebook, but we're ending the Q&As completely because it was the same. It was mostly, same people over and over and over again. And it kind of turned into like this work time. So I think we're going to be working on, Leland, for example, has moved his Write With Me's to the Zoom room. We now have a quad room that's available for Zoom work type space. And we'll be making sure to add more of those to the schedule.
And I believe we're doing office hours too, aren't we? Yes, still? Yes.
Do not have office hours. Nope. I don't have office hours on there yet because I figured we would start with a schedule and then see what we needed to add to it.
Yep. It's been a work in progress.
Yes. Because when you look at the schedule, for those of us those of you who are regular students, the Notion calendar. And if one of Stacy or Steph wants to share the link to our Notion calendar, because we do have a public Notion calendar where you can see where all these things are going to happen. Now, the links are always inside of your Teachable. We don't, put the links to the Zoom rooms and things like that publicly, obviously, but we do have the schedule that's public. And that'll also include like the YouTube lives and things like that. All right, I'll tackle the gears because I think that this is the number one thing that people really want help on. We have 3 projects this quarter that are designed specifically to help authors working with an existing series with artificial intelligence. Leland has a 3-session class just about planning out a book, like the next book in an existing series. Then he has a 6-week project that is included in this quarter that includes how to write that book with AI. So it's all about, keeping those characters consistent and what does that look like in the mega prompting and everything. And then finally, Steph and Leland are doing this really cool deep dive on the book analysis table inside of Notion. This table is included in everybody's superstructure. And so they're going to be really showing how you can leverage the internal mechanisms and the workings of Notion to really make your author life handy. Steph, I know you use that system. What are some of the great things about that book analysis table that helps you as a pantser?
Oh, I love the book analysis table because as I'm working and I'm putting each chapter into that database, I can use these cool AI fields that are built into Notion to extract information from each one of my chapters so that I can stay on top of things like the character arcs, the plot. I can have it AI pull all of that information out and present it right there so that I can just see it, and I can filter just for things like I can filter and just see all of my summaries of all of my chapters, which is great if you're just trying to get caught up again. Like you walked away from that book for a few weeks and you need to come back and you need to remember what you were doing. Like,
hold on. You don't need to attack me right now.
Well, you can use Notion to refresh your memory when you come back to that book. It's great.
Yeah, I'll be using that. And I'll jump into new projects real fast because it kind of goes together with that other projects there. On the new projects that are coming, Steph is taking a book to screenplay in June. So that's on the schedule in June. But Stacy's got this awesome Notion dashboard to rival them all. Now, Stacy, you use Notion mostly as your time kind of like project planner. Like, talk to me about this. Is it kind of like replacing like a Gantt chart of like when things have to take place, or how do you use Notion for your publishing company?
Yep. I actually use it for my personal publishing. I have everything there. It's my first spot. If I need something, it is either in Notion or Notion points to where it goes.
Yeah.
So
that's smart. That makes sense. You could point. Okay. We'll talk about that later.
Yep. So Notion is my single source of truth.
Oh,
yeah. So if I need to, where is the most updated version of my Rev 1 final, really final book draft? It's the one in Notion.
I think we all know that.
And then I have different databases to keep track of. One of my pen names is Wide. So I need all of the Google Store information, Apple Store information, different pricing, Shopify links, clean links, affiliate links, all of that I store in one place in Notion. That way I can go and find it if I need to write a newsletter. I have my images I'll keep in there in a database. So that way if I need to pull it out again I'm working on scheduling out for the month using these images. So that way I can move them around and then just put them into my social media planner. I have book production. So there's a lot you can do to keep yourself organized in Notion.
And you'll be doing that as a three session project.
3-session class. Yep. And I did a 3-session class last quarter as kind of more of a beginner. So we're going to be building off that.
Are there any comments? I can't see them, by the way.
Oh yeah.
No problem. We're taking care of them.
Yep. We're answering them there.
Okay. So clubs are back. So Stacy, if you want to take that away about the clubs.
Yep. So we have clubs are back, and everyone's favorite club strat is coming back, which is our publishing and accountability group. Yes. So a lot of the classes are about writing with AI, but Club Strat is how we get together. How are we publishing? What strategies are we using? What are your goals for this month? And it's a very much somewhere between, we always have topics we're talking about teaching, but then it's also more of a roundtable accountability. Everybody has a voice in it. So those I find personally are super helpful. And my publishing has gone down a little bit since we cut those out. So I'm excited personally about those coming back.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. For those who don't know, my health took a nosedive and I had to just take some stuff off my plate. But Club Strat is coming back, and this time my health won't be a requirement because Stacy is going to be my backup on Club Strat. And the three of us actually are spearheading a new project that's coming this summer. I can't say too much about it, but those who are in the FFA, they already know. But we will be sharing some of those really cool strategies and things that we are building for a new kind of press, a new kind of publishing company that we're working on. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Steph, don't kill me.
No more. No more.
No more.
You're cut off.
Cut off. But now we'll go to something that is a pet project of Steph's, especially, and then I'll talk about the last little part of it. So if you want to talk about the podcast that's coming.
Yeah, we got a podcast coming. It looks like our launch date's going to be April. Oops, let me look at my calendar again. It's meeting. April 18th. April 18th. We had to move it once or twice. I'm co-hosting this podcast. It's called Brave New Bookshelf with Danica Favorite. She's a Future Fiction Academy student, and she is the community director at Publish Drive. So the two of us are talking about the intersection of AI and publishing. We have a couple of solo shows. Well, solo, it's like duo. It's the two of us.
Yeah.
Starting out with like 2 or 3 of those to get started. And then we'll be having lots of guests on to come and talk about AI and publishing, what they're doing with AI, how they're using it as part of their publishing business. It's going to be really fun. I've enjoyed the first 2 that have already been recorded and edited, and now we're getting ready to launch. I'm excited.
Awesome. Then Author Intelligence. So that is a podcast that's not launching until July. It's going to be publishing on Nick Thacker's new podcast network that he is launching in July. So keep an eye out for that. It'll be podcasts that are all for the indie author on all different things, from marketing to mindset to, author intelligence, the AI. That's going to be me and Dr. Ryan Rivers. Ryan Rivers isn't his real name. It's his pen name, but he is a PhD in technical writing. So we are going to be tackling like how to fix your prompts. There will be some prompting challenges on Author Intelligence. And we're going to be getting into different topics that are more of like the linguistics and the nitty gritty that's involved with working with these large language models. The goal overall for us is to help influence the space so that we're helping these people who are building the LLMs to hear what creatives need, and also helping creatives to understand kind of the technical pieces of these LLMs and stuff like that so that they can have better prompting. We've been innovating at the Future Fiction Academy in prompt strategies, everything from our Tupperware containers that are the square brackets, which are now being adopted by Claude as best practice in prompting. So I love that. I don't think we're the only ones who did that, but as more of us end users start working with these LLMs and start communicating in ways that the researchers and the tech companies can understand, the better products we're going to have on the market. So I'm really excited for Author Intelligence.
Me
all right.
too.
Do you have any questions before I move on?
None for me.
No?
I'm excited.
So this is just a recap of what people can look to expect about the Future Fiction Academy. And those of us who are, anybody who's our regular student in the chat, feel free to explain why you like the FFA or why you love the FFA. We're coming up on our 1 year in May, so I'm really excited about that. But I would say that the big thing about the Future Fiction Academy and what was important to me is that not everybody learns the same way. And I think that we do a really good job of meeting people with all of these different ways that you learn, because we don't just have the videos, but we also use literally artificial intelligence to make sure that we're also giving you guys transcripts, really detailed notes inside of Notion. Steph, do you want to talk a little bit about the Discord and the Facebook group and what people in that?
Yeah, we love having another place, a community for people to come to so that they can ask questions, they can get help from fellow members and whatnot. So our Discord community is pretty thriving at this point. I feel like people use it a lot. People are in there every day. I know Discord is not something that that everybody loves. I mean, I feel like we get a lot of pushback sometimes about Discord, but I really find it very intuitive. We have lots of channels for different things that people are working on, a general chat area, a place to talk about our tools and everything. So it's like, it's a really robust community. We also have a ticketing system. If people are having issues, they can come in, they can ticket us. We can help resolve any problems that they've got going on. And we tend to mirror some of this stuff in our Facebook group too. So the Facebook group is a great place also for people to go. If you're not a Discord person, you can come over and join us in the Facebook group and ask questions there, get help from the community as well. It is not as popular of a avenue for people for some reason, but I'm there every day. So we're hanging out in these two communities, and it's a great place for you to come and get your questions answered, and then also talk about the stuff that you're working on. Like we just have somebody here. I love that it's a safe space to talk about writing with AI, and it is a safe space to talk about those things. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And for Discord, for those who are like, I can't figure out Discord, I hate Discord, because it took me a while too. Here's what I would tell you, okay? If you can remember like the old web, like chat rooms on AOL. If you were using the internet back then, just think of Discord as a bunch of chat rooms. And so you just click on the channel on the left-hand side, or you click on the server on the left-hand side, and then like the individual channels, which are hashtagged, those are just individual chat rooms. And it's literally just chat. But when we upload an image in Discord now, we don't have to wait an hour and a half to 2 hours because we're not on dial-up anymore. Okay, people? So imagine your AOL chat rooms got, on high-speed internet, and there you have Discord, which is, it makes me laugh because it's like the younger set who are like, we did Discord for streaming and stuff. I'm like, hold your horses. This technology has been around for a while with the chat rooms and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stacy, do you want to talk a little bit about how we organize our classes, how we number them? Because I know you're really involved in the Teachable and the organization, and then some of the things that we're doing with the standalone classes.
Absolutely. So within the labs, which you can either get bundled with Rexy or by itself if you're just want the education side of it, we basically took the lead from college courses. So we have a curriculum guide. We have the 100 levels, which are the more foundational concepts. 200s will build off of those. And then the 300 and 400 levels are the more intermediate to advanced. Those are projects. Those are more in depth. So that way we can host a wide range of students without having to worry if the advanced ones are only talking about beginner techniques or the beginner ones are left behind. You can mix and match your curriculum, and you can move up as you're a member, eventually like starting at the 1 and 200 levels and graduating to 300 and 400 levels.
Please. I love all of our members. I dearly love them. But sometimes we have new members who come in and they want to start Rexy like right away, and they want to start like with the 400 level sessions. And unfortunately, when you go to a 400 special topic or even the 300s, we're going to use vocabulary and, techniques and stuff that we've built on in the 100s and 200s. So we highly recommend start off in the 100s and 200s. And when you go into Teachable, there's a big start here. Please click the start here up at the top. That'll get you connected to Discord and Facebook and let you know how to contact us if you have an issue. The big thing that we believe in is like there's no member left behind. So whether we have a member who asks us 20 questions a month or a member who asks us 1 question a month, you can always ping staff. You can always email, and we will bend over backwards to give you, like a quick Zoom session or whatever we need to do to make sure that you're getting the education that you need to write with AI. We're all in this together, and we know that this is all new. So please click start here, and please kind of like, look at the classes and kind of start at the level at where you're at.
Yeah. And if you're like to get a taste of it, actually some of our 100 level classes are in our free course.
Yeah.
Introduction to AI or writing with oh, geez. And then we have now some of our 200 level classes, or a taste of those are in AI writing for all fiction authors.
Nope, they're all 100 level classes because it's all
they're all 100 level. Yep. Okay.
So it goes the free class, and that which is 101, 102, 103. And then, well, actually, Steph should talk about this. She's the one who built.
Well, let Steph jump in.
Go, Steph.
Right. I just put the link to the free course right into the chat so people can go there. The free course is just it's the first like 3 foundational classes that you really need. You learn how the playgrounds work. You learn about what's a token, what are all of these sliders and numbers over here on the right-hand side when you're in a playground. What does temperature do? What does top P do? We teach you all of that. We teach you all that vocabulary that you need in order to move on to prompting from there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we teach you also about some of the open source models, how to access the not safe for work models, those sorts of things in the 100 level, the free course. So that's great. It's a great place to get started, to understand how a lot of this works. And then from there, we have another course that's right above that that teaches you like the basics of prompting and understanding how to be specific in your prompting and what to ask for and how to ask for it. So
especially for fiction, because there's a lot of prompting guides out there. There's a lot of free prompts out there. And I found that a lot of those prompts don't really apply for authors. Like as an author, you have to learn or know how to adapt those prompts or that prompting style for fiction. And so that the mid-level course really teaches you how to make prompts for fiction writing, correct?
Yes.
And then the new class that's coming next week after?
Should be.
Yeah.
Very soon.
That one has a coming soon, and you'll see that slide in just a little bit. That one is going to walk you through writing an entire novella, right, Steph?
Well, what it does is it's going to teach you all the foundational things you need to write your novel, right? So you're going to learn how to brainstorm, how to world build. You're going to learn how to build your characters, how to plot, how to make chapter briefs. And then once you've got chapter briefs, we teach you how to either get small snippets of prose from the AI or how to get longer full chapters. And then I encourage people to like go on from there to actually write their book, write your novella, write your novel, right? At the end of those classes, I'm like, go write your book.
Go write it.
Go write it. And then come back. And then we teach people how to put together like a story blueprint when they're done to go through their novel, pull out information that they need about their characters, their character arcs, the settings, anything that they need to then maybe build off of that to go on to another book in that series, or, you know, to take that information to move on to making marketing material for it. I mean, it's a full course. It really teaches you how to go from nothing, just brainstorming, to an actual book.
And I would say, go ahead, Stace.
I was about to say, and this quarter, we're rolling out new email coaching.
Yes.
So that when you sign up with these courses, some of the courses in the FFA, like the projects, it'll have a corresponding email sequence that goes with them that the instructor or another member of the FFA staff will get together and kind of give you a little bit of information, help, encouragement, just after the class follow-up that in our testing has shown has been pretty useful.
Yeah.
For sure. And I would finally say, like, you know, we have about 200 members in the FFA. Alumni do get to still remain members of the Discord. So even if you do the Future Fiction Academy for a couple of months and then you're like, okay, I'm good, I'm going to go on my own for a little bit. It's really kind of an intimate group of authors. You're going to make friends. You're going to be able to make friends with people who are you know, making a living or paying significant bills with their writing. That's a really big component of the Future Fiction Academy. We're not saying that the beginner author can't join us. They're more than welcome. But for the most part, the organization, the Academy, is really focused on serving that mid-lister or the top tier authors and making sure that we're very career focused. And the training and everything like that is about, you know, making stuff for market, for genre fiction and all of that. And so that's a little bit of difference in terms of what we offer versus what maybe other AI education stuff is out there, because it's you're going to be able to do that networking and find people in your genre. And I think that that's really important. So the last little bit here is, you know, how do you join us? Like, how do you get involved with it? We have 3 great options. The best value by far is the Dino Bundle Lab and Rexy. It's $159 a month. That is cheaper than most masterminds and other things and stuff that are out there, because you're not just going to get the classes, you also get the software that we built just for authors. If you don't know what Rexy is, just take a look at this YouTube channel. Just look at some lives. And the other thing that you get too are these like different clubs and stuff that for the accountability. I know lots of programs that are out there that are charging $100 to $200 a month just for the accountability. So we really try to pack as much value as we can into that bundle. And as Stacy mentioned, if you don't necessarily want to use Rexy, maybe you're someone who you have an AI software that you already love and you're like, I'm not changing. I don't want to sequence prompts and make, 30,000 words happen. Then the lab pass might be the best place for you, because you'll get those accountability clubs, and then you'll also get the ability to go to all the classes. And then finally the Rexy pass, which we have in here, just little slides there. So there's our Dino bundle, lab, and Rexy. Don't we all wish we had a T-Rex for a substitute teacher? We're all debating that day, right?
Might not let you get away with much, though, I'm sorry to say.
So yeah, if you're looking at the link, if you click any of this, it'll take you right to the Dino bundle and lab. Then we also have the Academy Lab Pass, which, I mean, honestly, this picture kind of reminds me of the vibes when I was in San Francisco in February for their writers conference. I got to go to like a co-working space, and it was just like that, where it overlooked the harbor and everything. All these images, by the way, are AI art, because we are all about the AI in the Future Fiction Academy. And then finally, we also have the Rexy writing software, which, you might get a little bony like this with the Rexy software. I get started for I'm only going to do an hour, and then 4 hours later, I'm still working on prompts and everything like that. So does anyone else have that hazard with Rexy too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, and then last but not least, our standalone classes. They're traditional. This is more traditional. If you're a learner and you like to have all the classes, you want it to be in your Teachable account and just always be there. This is not subscription. So we have traditional, self-paced, and quick. Most of our classes, it'll say right on there, like the free class, the intro class here, this one is 2 hours of your time. So if you want to learn your AI basics for fiction writers, 2 hours, and you'll be much more proficient than the other authors out there. And then the How to Prompt AI for Fiction Writing, how many hours is that one? Is it a 4-hour investment?
Roughly.
Yeah.
I think it's roughly 4.
Okay. So yeah, 4 hours. You can do all of the prompting AI for fiction writing. And then finally, we have coming soon the How to Write a Novella with AI. That one should be out next week. And that one, I think, is more of the about 6 to 10 hours investment. Is that right?
About.
I'm going to say, yeah, about there.
Yeah. Not actually if you're going to sit down and write your book. That is extra hours.
Those are extra hours.
All right. And then if you ever have any questions, you can always reach all of us at dean@futurefictionacademy.com. By the way, I am Dean. So is Steph, and so is Stacy, and so is the rest of the staff. So if you're going to email Dean to complain about a staff member, know that the staff member is Dean as well. So it's a shared email account. And then the last thing I just wanted to show while I have my screen up here, just so people can see, here is the Academy Lab Pass on Teachable. And we just talked about the classes that are coming this quarter. This is all of the stuff that you get when you join the lab. So you have all of your 101, 103, and then the 111 to the 115, all the way through 128, I think, right? Because that's all the second and the third course.
Yeah, the second and the third course. The 110s and then the 120s are, yeah.
Yeah, so that, stopping here at 201, all of those other previous classes there, that's about $300 if you buy them separately. If you buy them individually, it's $99 plus $199. So that's just that little bit there. You're definitely saving money by joining the bundle for $159 and getting all these courses. And then we have all of the Rexy stuff that's here in the 200s, and then some other tools, some foundational tools such as OpenAI Playground, the new Claude Chat, which I just did last week, and then the superstructure customization with Stacy. And then I just did Open Router model evaluation literally 3 days ago. So that's already in there. And that's the other thing. If there's a live class, which we're kind of stepping away from as much as possible. Those classes are up within 2 or 3 days right there in Teachable. Yep. So if you're not able to come live for some reason, the recording will be up within 48 to 72 hours. Did you guys want to say something?
Nope. That's okay. I just want to say also that when you take the Rexy courses, you also learn a lot about prompting in there as well. It's just because you're using the tool, you're getting a chance to see how prompts are being used and constructed. So it's super educational, even if you're not gung-ho on using Rexy all the time. So
And then these are our projects. And the way we schedule our projects is like you can see 311, 313, they'll be called the same thing. And then it'll show you series 1, 2, and 3. And they're always like next to each other. And then we have 317, 318, which is working with multiple plot lines. The last one of this one comes out this week, Stacy. Is that right?
I'll be teaching it Saturday.
Saturday. So
if you tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah, that's tomorrow. If you join the lab, you literally can like watch these classes tonight and then jump into class tomorrow with Stacy, working with multiple plot lines. Then we have the writing a new series with Leland. He's repeating this with a new genre so that you guys can see that, with writing with an existing series. Serialization, Steph, the last class of this is already done in March. Serialization, that's about Ream. Like,
this is about writing an actual serial, like understanding the structure of writing serials, how to do it, what are the common pitfalls, what are things to look out for, and then yes, at the end we touch on uploading your stuff to Patreon, to Ream, any one of the serialization platforms.
Fantastic. And then it goes on. We have AI art. Michelle is a master with AI. She knows Leonardo. She knows Midjourney, and all of that. And then we finally have all about the fine tunes that happen in January, which this is actually getting an update. I'm working on fine tunes with Ryan Rivers, as a matter of fact, and that some of the updates on fine tunes will be coming this quarter. It's not on the schedule yet because we're working through the research component of it now. So I would say expect new fine tune curriculum coming in May or June. And then we also have special topics. Now, special topics are kind of like one-offs. So one of the special topics we have coming this quarter, because you get all of these, but then you also get Ryan is going to be coming at the end of April and teaching concordance tools for analyzing your writing for better prompting and better fine-tune. So that's that AntConc software that he showed us back in January. And then we also have the frequently asked questions. So you get all of this like right now. You can sign up and all of that's available to you. The After Lab clubs is included in the bundle. So if you join lab or the bundle, you get the lab clubs, and that's going to be Club Strat. And then our new job type clubs will be added here too. Now, if socialization is not your thing, or you're good on the educational aspect of it and you really just want Rexy because you've seen me sequence prompts, and as far as I know, Rexy is one of the only softwares out there for creatives that allows them to sequence prompts and run them in a sequence without having to code. So, and I think that that's really important because that's where a lot of this cool functionality exists. So if you just want Rexy, you are able to just subscribe to Rexy. And again, when you do that, you get all of the Rexy courses, and there will be an updated Rexy course coming in May that I'll add here too. So all the information about Rexy. We have some really exciting things coming this summer about Rexy and software, but I cannot talk about any of it at all.
Nope.
At all. And then this is our Notion calendar, which I think they already shared the link to. So this is the public calendar that's available to everybody. We'll be updating a new curriculum guide very soon, a PDF and everything like that. So stay tuned for that. And what's great about this is that it shows everything in your time zone. So I'm East Coast. So anything with an actual time put on it, that means that it's live and you can attend it at your local time. Anything that doesn't have a time, like right here, intro to job types, this is going to be pre-recorded. And so we label it on there. And there will be a link to the Teachable right here for you. So we try to make it really easy for everyone to find all the stuff that they need inside of the FFA. And we're always looking to do improvements. So if people have things that they want help with, we're always happy to do that and make changes. Okay, we have lots of comments here. So, I love that, Lynn Jordan. FFA serves serious writers. Yes, if you are seriously pursuing an author career with AI, we got you.
Yep.
I like Jen. Pay attention in class, or Rexy eats you. Helps everyone. Right? Who doesn't want to be nibbled on by a T-Rex? Yeah. So there we go. Hard Killers says that they hope when they get to FFA, there's a community there for beginners like me. We have lots of beginners. We have beginners. We still have people in the FFA who are working on their first book. The key thing is that we don't have people working on their first book teaching you how to write with AI. We also don't have people who haven't been successful in publishing teaching you how to write books with AI. Like, That's a big thing. My books have made over $250,000. I know Stacy has been a mighty mid-lister as well. Steph Pajonas is a freaking USA Today bestselling author. Like, she's been in award-winning anthologies and everything like this. We've all been at this. I mean, I've been at this since 2011. What years did you guys start publishing?
2013.
Oh, not till 2015. I'm Johnny come lately to the game.
Oh.
But I mean, Stacy has an MBA. I mean, we all have degrees in different areas and stuff. And I say that because sometimes people don't necessarily lead with their credentials, especially in this space. And that can be a problem, because if you are taking advice from someone who hasn't actually been successful with their own writing, how are they going to help you make a successful book with AI? If they've never made a living with their writing, which I have, I left my abusive ex-husband because of my book royalties. Thank you very much. So if you don't have someone who has been a professional author or whatever trying to teach you how to write with AI, I think that there's some missteps that get miscommunicated in that space. So Lynn says, yep, we have lots of European members. Where Cynical Why Wolf, we have you will be very happy to know that the club times, there is a 10 a.m. Eastern, like I try to make sure that there's a morning and an evening for Club Strat. So Australia's happy and Europe's happy with me, and no one's upset with me overseas.
Let's keep it that way.
No international incidents over times for
Club Strat.
Yeah, I know. And now that the majority of the stuff is pre-recorded, you can show up anytime, right? To get the stuff when it's posted to Teachable. So
yeah. And the other thing too that we're going to be letting people know is, now that we have the quad room, we'll be making some announcements for anybody who has been a longtime member of the FFA. If you're interested in running a Write With Me or Work With Me or an office hour or something like that, we're happy to support that and put it on the calendar, and you can do that. I wouldn't suggest doing it more than once or twice a month. But for everybody who is in the FFA and wants to, because we're really moving to productivity. We're starting an AI forward publishing company, so we're going to be busy. I'm done with being sick. I know Steph is using April to focus on writing. Someone's working on chopsticks, it sounds like.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, somebody brought home a musical instrument for the spring break. Let me mute myself.
No worries. We've all been there. So yeah, any final thoughts on curriculum on quarter 2? I'm excited.
No, I'm excited too.
I'm excited as well. Can't wait.
Yes. Multitasking. Adam, I like it.
Yeah.
There we go. So yeah, if anyone has any last couple of questions, go ahead and feel free to ask them. You may notice that quarter 2 is a little bit less ambitious than quarter 1 was, but that's because we learned that we just did too much in that first quarter. We overwhelmed everybody, ourselves included. So this quarter, we're really focusing on, you have all those other projects and stuff from quarter 1 so that you can jump into those. If you weren't part of the FFA and you want to do serializations, or you were part of the FFA and you skipped serializations for whatever reason, it's still there for you.
Yep.
So yes, I like that, Lynn. Good and productive times ahead.
And not just that, if you've read any productivity books, they always tell you leave white space in your schedule for that serendipitous that happens. So that way, when Claude or the next Chat GPT drops, or the next anything drops, or the newest Elizabeth brain explosion happens, we have room in the schedule now.
But I actually did just have a brain explosion this week. Like, it's coming.
It's every week.
Don't kid yourself. It's every week. Stacy and I are running around like this, trying to catch brain explosions.
But what if we could make a system where the AI wrote alongside you? What if that could happen?
I know.
Every time
don't give it away.
I'm not giving it away. I'm just heavily.
Every time you have a brain explosion, I'm like, I've been wasting my time with AI up until this point. I could have been so much more productive.
No, that's not the case. Honestly, it's because
I know, but
the new stuff comes along. So
yeah.
4.5 is probably going to drop sometime this quarter, and then we're just all we're gonna have to. We have room in the schedule this time. There's white space.
There's white space. Plenty of room.
All right. Well, I have Dasha begging to be out, so without further ado, I guess I want to thank Stacy and thank Steph for joining me today. Yay.
Happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yes. And thank you for being on this wild ride with me. That is the Future Fiction Academy. So, we'll be celebrating 1 year in May, and we'll have some fun stuff for that. So stay tuned. And thank you, everyone. And thank you, everyone who came to the Q2 preview.
Thank you. Good to see everybody.
We'll see you guys in lab. You guys take care of yourselves. And if you don't like your family for the Easter holiday weekend, know that AI is always willing to write with you at any time. That's the nice thing about having AI as a writing partner.
Thank goodness for AI.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Take care. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, jazz hands.
Jazz
right?
hands. All right.